Hi, welcome to Yoga for Wellness. I'm Christine, and today we are working into all of those stressful areas that kind of creep up on us, on our neck, our shoulders, our upper back. So, this class is for everyone that's working at home on the computer. They have their head in this motion for what is called the tech neck, or if you're looking down at the iPad. So this should be helpful for everyone. And we're going to use the strap as one of our major props today. And if you don't have a yoga strap, no worries. You can use either a bathroom tie or an exercise band or even a thin scarf like this. And we're going to have the item open first, but for a lot of the class, we'll have it tied. And I just wanted to show you how this is shoulder width apart and it's nice and tight, nice and taut. That's what we're looking for. So stop the video here and go get your item to use, and then we'll begin. Coral is going to assist me today. Hi, Coral.
Hi. Thank you.
You're welcome. We're going to begin in hero pose. And I'd suggest that you either use a block like Carl did, or you can put a cushion or a blanket, anything that'll rise the hips up. We want the knees lower than the hips. Your knees will be parallel and your legs will be most likely together. They might be a little apart like how Carl's is, since it's a little nicer for him on his lower back. Please put the hands down for grounding on the thighs, or place the palms up for receiving, whatever you feel you need right now. Close the eyes or have the eyelids heavy. And let's just take a moment to arrive on our mat. And check in with your body. Just take a little note if you're feeling a little lethargic, or if your heart is beating real quickly. And whatever it is, don't try to change it. Just kind of take a little note of how you feel at the beginning of the class. Now bring your awareness to your breath. Place your hands below your navel, fingertips almost to touch. As you begin to inhale, feel the belly rise and soften into the hands. And then gently release a little under the fingertips. Let's take a collective nice inhale here and audible exhale. Inhaling together and audible exhale. One more time. Continue inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. Perhaps you pretend that you're fogging up a window, nice and slow on the exhale. Let's really zone in on hearing the breath and feeling the breath. Now slowly move your hands up each side of the rib cage. And continue to breathe here with your own breath print. See if now you feel the breath coming down through the lower belly. All the way up into the rib cage, into the diaphragm. Feeling the tension on both sides of the fingertips as you gently exhale. If you haven't begun to already, perhaps you begin breathing in and out through the nose. And still visualize fogging up that window. And just close the lips and have the breath exhale out of the nose. Really getting a sense of those side ribs and side diaphragm there. Feeling the breath in the front, the back, the left, the right. Beautiful. And check in with the shoulders. Try to relax the shoulders from the ears. And I invite you to explore the intention of having gratitude. And today, please think of just one person. I'm sure there's many throughout your life, but just choose one person, the first person that comes into your head that you are grateful for. Maybe it was someone you met when you're young. Maybe it was a school teacher. Maybe it's a family member. Maybe it's someone you only met once and they made such an impact on your life. You're truly grateful for whatever they had done or opened your eyes to. And as you continue to breathe, continue to ground, feeling the breath go in and out, I invite you to think about this person. How did they make you feel? Did the support they give you comfort? Maybe made you empowered? Maybe you felt so good it opened up some creativity that you didn't realize you had. Whatever it is, just breathe into that thought and just let all those thoughts and feelings wash all over you as you breathe. And let's just take an imprint of what you're feeling right now. And as we're moving through class today, hopefully as you reconnect with the breath when need be, you can also reconnect with this image and these feelings that you're feeling right now. And gently flutter the eyes open. And release the hands. And slowly, the eyes open. Bring your feet around to easy pose. Good old crisscross applesauce. Bring the left leg in front of the right. And just checking in again that the knees are higher than the hips. Inhaling the right hand up. Exhaling, wrapping it around the knee of the right knee. Nice, creating a lot of tension there. Now take your next inhale here. And then exhale, gently tip your head to the left. Holding here, opening up your left neck and left shoulder. Breathing into the side of your shoulder and neck. You can continue to stay here throughout the breaths, or you can take your left hand, inhale it up, face it around, you sweep it around the back, so you have it around the back of the half bind. Nice. Nice and tall alignment in the spine. Breathing here. Holding into the half bind. Or inhale, sweep the left hand up and over the head so it reaches that right ear, and gently drag your head a little further to the left. And just take care, depending on how your neck feels. A lot of times this is quite a lot. Breathe into that space. On the next exhale, release your hand, bring the head back to neutral, both hands on the hip. Inhale, sweep your left hand up to the sky, get a nice reach high. And then exhale, bring it forward and wrap it around your left knee, creating a nice tension there. Inhale here. Exhale, gently tip your head to the right. Feeling the sound. Pretend you have skills. You're breathing into the side of your shoulder. You're sending all the breath to where you feel the tension. Stay here, or reach your right hand out to the right, sweep it all the way around for the half bind. And continue your breaths there. Remember, these are all options. Pick and choose what best honors the body. Stay where you are. Or inhale, sweep your right hand up and over the head till it reaches the left ear. Ever so gently drag the head down just a little bit further, maintaining that nice tall spine. And 2 breaths. Gently release your head, release your hands, come back to neutral. Bring out your legs and give them a little shake. Since we started on the left foot, we're going to bring your left heel into where your block is or other prop and bring your right heel to be in front of your left shin. Beautiful. We're going to take the strap or whatever item you have. With the strap, we'll be folding it in half. And you want a pretty wide length here, much bigger than your shoulder width. So what Carl has looks great right there. He has a nice good tension on it. We're going to maintain the tension in opposite directions, like you're pulling your strap apart, starting at the bottom while we're also maintaining tension as we're slowly moving through the thick sea of honey. Take a nice inhale here and slowly bring the strap all the way up till you get to the top of the exhale. And then when you start exhaling, slowly bring it over your neck and head and body any amount. You might reach your head, you might reach your neck, you might reach your shoulder, or you might go all the way down. It doesn't matter. We all have different range of motion. Inhale back up so the strap reaches the top of the head, and then gently exhale, bring it all the way down. Continue flowing here 4 more times at your own breath print, really honoring and feeling the movement as the movement follows the breath. And as you're doing this, you might want to check in. If your elbows are bending any amount, then that gives you a little intel of where to stop. So if you find that they've bent, then stop right there, and then you slowly come back up. And same thing with your head and neck. If your neck is jutting out as you bring the strap behind you, then you know you've gone a little too far. As you can see, Carl's head is stacked right over the shoulders as he's going through his movement. So we're having a lot of resistance here. This might look easy, but there's a lot of tension going as he's pulling to the left, pulling to the right, and also bringing tension as he's moving through this viscous sea of honey that we're working on. And once you've done your 4, relax there. Slowly walk your hands in. They're not quite shoulder width at this point, but we're right in the middle. Take a nice pull on each side. Inhale, bring the strap up to the head. Exhale, bend the right elbow as you drag the strap down with your left hand. Holding and breathing here, pointing the right elbow to the ceiling. Inhale, slowly come all the way back to straight arms. Exhale, bending the left elbow as you drag the right one down. Nice. Move through here a couple more times. Slow and controlled. You can almost think the slow motion option on your cell phones. Inhaling all the way back up. Keeping the tension on the strap. Dragging back down. Nice. Inhaling up here. Now on this 3rd time, we're going to hold on the right side. So holding here. Really think about grounding the right hip, pointing the right elbow towards the ceiling as you're dragging the strap down. So we're really opening up the right side body. And this won't happen, but imagine you're only breathing into your right side rib. Remember when we put the hand on the rib at the beginning of class? See if you can breathe into that space where your hand was. And maybe you imagine that you're only breathing in and out of the right nostril. course, that won't happen, but just think about it and see what happens to the quality of the breath being sent to your side body. On the next inhale, slowly come all the way back to center, arms nice and straight. Exhaling, pointing the left elbow to the sky, right hand drags down. And same thing here. Bring awareness to the left hip, grounding that left hip down as you open up. Almost think of lifting up the armpit of the left side and breathing all the way up your left side body. You can look down, you can look straight ahead, you can keep the eyes closed, or you might even look under the armpit. Whatever honors your neck. Just kind of pick and choose. Couple more breaths here. Thinking again about breathing into the left rib cage, left diaphragm, and in and out of the left nostril. Inhale back to center. Exhale, slowly come back down. Now, if you have a strap, just open the strap up to its shoulder length. And if you're using a prop like the scarf or the exercise band, this is where you'll tie a knot in your prop. So we want to be shoulder width apart, and you're going to place the strap where your wrists are. And then if you actually have a yoga strap, you're going to place your thumbs in instead. So either or, whichever works for you. Nice. Have nice tension here. Inhale, come all the way up to the top of the head. Exhale, drag the strap down the back as the elbows go in opposite directions, thumbs are pulling left and right. Nice. Inhale, slowly come up so you're reaching fingertips towards the sky. Nice stretch. Exhale all the way down in front. Inhale back up. We're flowing through 4 more times at your own pace. Exhale, drag the strap behind. Almost pretend you're squeezing the shoulder blades down and together. Flowing here, see if you can find no beginning and no end through your meditative work. Beautiful. And always checking in. Remember, we're having the tension on the band or the strap at all times. Trying to keep the head and neck soft as we move through. Beautiful. Once you've done your last one, release the strap. Slowly come up and meet me in tabletop. Shoulders over wrists. Hips over knees. Fingers wide like a sundial. See if we can press each little fingerprint into the earth evenly. Maybe pretend you have a little ladybug underneath the palm of the hand. You want to press everything down pretty firmly, but make sure that little ladybug stays alive here. We're going to inhale, release the belly, shoulders slide down the back, chin lifts. Exhale, gently press into the mat with the hands, round the back, release the tailbone, look at your heart. Inhale, release the belly, slowly move forward, chin lifts. Exhale, round into the back, release the tailbone, look at the heart. Move through a couple more times, at your own pace, at your own breath print. Feel free to add in any organic movement that you'd like. You might go in circles in one direction and then the other. You might move side to side. You might do an extended cat and you go all the way back to child's pose. And then when you've done both sides, slowly come back to tabletop. You're going to grab the strap, keeping it in shoulder width side, which you're going to keep for the rest of the class, and make your way down to your back. Inhale both knees into the chest, and you're going to strap your right foot. But instead of working on the ball of the foot, I'd like you to feel a little differently. We're going to place the strap where your heel meets your arch. Beautiful. Bring the left leg long so it rests on the mat. And if you have a little back discomfort, you can always bend the left leg. Holding here with both hands on the strap. Having the knee over the hip. Take a nice inhale here, and then drive the heel towards the sky. Inhaling back to 90 degrees. Inhaling back to 90 degrees. Exhale, drive the heel up. Really think about driving that heel a couple more times here. And then when you get to the top, almost feel like you have your foot is going to stand on the ceiling or sky. Holding here now for 5 breaths. Relax the jaw. Soften the space in between the eyes. And see if you can open the toes and wrap them in the direction of your nose. Having the sole of the feet stand flat on the ceiling as your ankle, your knee, and your hip are aligned as possible for your body. Release your left arm out to the side in a T or cactus arms, whichever is more comfortable. And externally rotate your right leg. Hold here. Take a nice inhale here and exhale out to the side any amount. Inhaling back to center and exhaling out. You're moving through 5 times at your own pace. Maybe you go a little bit further each time. If and only if we can keep the left hip on the ground. And it might even be, Carl just did a great modification of keeping his left hand on his left hip bone. Just to remind him, almost like you have a sandbag there, reminding you to keep the hips aligned. And once you've reached the 5th time, hold out to the side, flexing both feet quite a lot. And almost pretend that you have someone dragging your heel away from you. And having that placement of the strap on your heel, hopefully you're going to feel it in a couple of new areas. You just breathe and explore the body and see what you feel. On the next inhale, slowly come back to center and gently release the strap, bringing the foot and leg all the way down to meet the left in slow motion. Nice. Just take a moment to feel the difference on each side. Inhale both knees into the chest and gently bring your left foot in and switch the strap into the other side. Release the right leg to the ground and then check in that the strap is where the heel meets the arch, like how Carl has it there. Both hands in the strap if feasible, knee directly over hip. Take a nice inhale here, drive the heel up. Inhaling on the way down. Exhale. One more time here. Beautiful. Holding here. Holding for 5 breaths. Opening up the toes, wrapping the toes in the direction of the nose. Pretend someone's gently lifting your heel away from you. Check in with the breath. Can you send your breath to the belly, up the rib cage, to the diaphragm, maybe it all the way up to the throat? At the end of the 5th breath, move the strap into your left hand. Bring the right hand out to the side and externally rotate your leg and hip. Hold here. Take a nice inhale here and then exhale out to the side any amount. Inhale back to center. Moving through 4 more times at your own pace. Maybe you go a little bit further each time, maybe you don't. Just honor yourself that each side is going to feel different. You can place the hand on the opposite hip to simulate the sandbag. The goal is not to get to the ground, it's to find some balance in the body as we're opening up the back leg, back posterior chain. After you've gone through 5 times, pull the strap out to the side, flex both feet quite a lot, dragging the toes in the direction of your nose. Feeling the difference of where you have the placement of the strap. On your next inhale, come back to center. And gently release in slow motion your left foot to meet the right. Taking time, very mindfully. And just pause at the bottom. Relax. Inhale both knees into the chest. Release the strap, gently roll over to the side of your choice and come up for a seat. I'm going to demonstrate your next movement here. And then I'll be working with Coral. And so there's several different options. So we're warming up the core. As you'll see, we'll definitely need it when we continue opening up the chest and shoulders and neck in our standing poses. You want to have nice flex feet, a nice tall spine, shining your heart. We have the shoulder width strap here. Bring the hands in the strap or whatever prop you're using. Take a nice inhale here. We're slowly going to go all the way back down. Inhaling as we move down. And exhaling as we come up. Slowly moving. See if we can do this without a beginning and without an end. It's a little different with me chatting with you, but hopefully you can see the point. Now we're trying to accomplish this in a couple of ways. We don't want to round. We want to have nice tall spine, and we want to try to keep the opposite foot in heel on the ground at all times. So we're slowly coming up. So let's try. So if you happen to have a family member, maybe you can put your kids to work, and you find that your foot is lifting way off the ground, and it might, or you feel like you're rounding, you can have the family member hold the shin, which I'm going to do with Carl. If there isn't anyone available in your home, no worries at all. You will go back as far as you can before the foot raises or the back rounds. And you're just going to work from that range of motion. So either way, I have you. Flexing both feet, take a nice inhale here and slowly exhale coming down. And you just want to be gentle. I'm not really holding his shin that much, but it's enough so to give him a little leverage on the way up. Exhaling up. Beautiful. So we're moving through this 5 times on each side. When you're doing this really slow, concentrated core work, you really don't have to do many to get a desired effect. And this is, as Carl is, I think, attesting to right now. And those of you that love Pilates, this is a little Pilates movement pulling from that family. But it's beautiful opening up for our standing poses. Nice. Excellent job. And just switch the feet. Inhaling down. And as I was talking to you, I don't know if I made it all the way down to the ground, but ideally, it would be wonderful if you can bring the head all the way to the ground and then exhaling as you come up. Nice. Bringing the elbows, as you can see, out to the side. Dragging the navel towards the spine. And Carl's making them look easy. I shouldn't even hold the shoe. One more time here. Holding here. Nice. Beautiful. Just a little helps. Thank you so much. Now we're going to move into Navasana, into boat pose, but we're going to do it supported. And I'd like you to experience that because it will allow you to lengthen the spine and shine the chest a little more. Carl is going to demonstrate the bent knee version, and then I'm going to work full boat. Now, if you don't have a strap and you've already tied your knot in the band, no worries. You're going to do this without the strap. So if you're doing boat without the strap, then you're going to work you're going to have your hands underneath the thighs, and you're going to bring your knees up bent. And this is number 1. Number 2 are the hands down, spider fingers. And number 3 is out here. And I'll explain through as I work through everyone else that might be using a strap. So Carl is with bent knees, and he wrapped the strap right underneath the shoulder blades and then right on the balls of the feet. You brought the hands here, and for me, I'm going to drive the heels out as I lengthen my chest. So I'm lengthening from the tailbone all the way through the crown of the head and then driving the heels away. You can stay exactly where Carl is, flexing our feet quite a lot. You can bring the hands here, look up and back, keeping your posture. You can bring the hands out to the side, or you can bring the hands up and look up. All of these positions will challenge your balance and your posture in a different way. So you kind of pick and choose and see what will work best for you. We're going to hold for 5 breaths. And Carl probably's already been holding for at least 6. And think again about breathing in, bringing the breath down to the belly, moving up to the rib cage, to the diaphragm, maybe all the way up to your throat. Think about dragging the shoulders down the back, fingertips long. As we slowly come down, bring the hands under the strap, bend the knees if they're straight, and then release. Bring the strap around. And then keep your strap at the shoulder length, and just bring it to the left corner of your mat. Meet me in tabletop. And just take a moment to sway the hips to the left, sway the hips to the right. Checking in that the shoulders are over the wrists, the hips are over the knees. Tuck your toes. Check in with the hand placement, nice wide sundial hands. Inhale here and lift the knees up 6 inches. Exhale, press the mat away with the hands. Bring your hips up and back into downward facing dog. Inhale, lift both heels to the sky. Exhale, drag the heels down. Couple times here. Inhale, lifting up as high as you can. Exhale, drag. One more here. Beautiful. And you can bend one knee and then the other. Any organic movement that feels good with our first dog. And then once you find stillness, inhale, your right leg floats behind. Exhale, knee to nose, hold. Step the foot through the fingers. And just take a second here to looking at your balance. Make sure that you're not on a tightrope. Think more like train tracks. Pick up the grab of the strap there in your left hand and slowly come up to a crescent lunge. Once you're up and you feel nice and stable, bring your hands through into the strap and have the tail of the strap hang on the opposite side so it's not near your knee. Beautiful. So once you feel, and take a time to adjust it. Once you feel it's exactly where it will be, we'll begin here. Inhale, bend your back knee quite a lot. Exhale, drive the heel back as you straighten your leg any amount. Check in with the front foot, all 4 points of the foot evenly into the earth, bending the knee for a 90-degree. Inhale here. Inhale, bringing the arms all the way up overhead, trying to pull the strap apart. Hold and breathe here, leaving your hands and fingertips towards the sky. Very small movement. Drag the shoulders down the back, shoulders away from ears. Nice adjustment. Holding and breathing here. Keeping your arms exactly where they are. Slowly spin and ground the back foot so you open up into warrior two. So we're just spinning the back foot or open up a little more to warrior two, yeah. So you're in warrior two legs with this funky arm. So the arms are out to the side, how Carl is facing. Just keeping your arms where they are. Inhale, straighten your leg. Exhale, back to warrior two. Couple more times. Inhale, straighten the leg. Exhale, back. And continue here, really grounding in on the outer edge of your back foot and checking in that your knee is aligned in a nice straight line. Beautiful. One more time. And hold. Nice. Check in with your outer right thigh. See if that's ignited. Inhale here. Exhale. Tip, tip, tip to the right all the way forward. This funky version of side angle. Holding and breathing here. We have length both on the left side, both on the right side, waist. Real important that we drive from that outer back foot. Beautiful. One more cycle of breath here. Ground into the feet. Inhale, back to center. Keep your legs how they are. Exhale, reverse warrior. Holding and breathing here. Looking where it feels comfortable on the head and neck. Pulling the strap apart. Grounding through the feet. Lengthening through the side waist. Navel to spine. Heart lifts. Inhale, back to center. Straighten the front leg. Hold and rest here. Inhale, reach the sides of your waist to the sky. Exhale, hinge, tip, tip, tip over to the right, holding for triangle. Beautiful. 3 breaths here. Grounding into both feet. Now you probably all know why we did that core work. So waking up the core, which we're very much grounding into now. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, have both feet turned to the left, facing the wide version of the mat. Bring the hands down in front of you. Release the strap for a second, then bring the hands behind you, placing your hands back in the strap, having the strap right above the wrist. Now let's check in with the feet, making sure we have a nice grounding feature on the outer edge and heel of the feet. Knee slightly bent, relaxed tailbone. Inhale here, slowly open the chest. Pretend someone's dragging your hands down as you look up. Exhale, hinge here at the waist. Nice long spine all the way down for a beautiful forward fold. Holding and breathing here. A lot of resistance going on. Grounding from the feet, releasing the head and neck, pulling the strap apart. Each time you exhale, maybe your hands go a little bit closer to parallel over your head. And 2 more breaths. On the next inhale, ground through the feet. Imagine someone's dragging your wrist down towards the earth as you slowly roll up 1 vertebrae at a time. Nice. Bring the strap back around you, release. Inhale your left foot towards the back side of the mat, and then bring your right foot in. Take a nice inhale here and bend into your front foot for warrior 2. For crescent. Beautiful. Bending the back leg as well. Exhale, drive your back foot back, straightening your leg any amount. Inhale your arms up over your head, trying to break that strap apart. Nice. Holding and breathing in crescent lunge. Checking in, bringing the shoulders away from the ears. Palms are facing each other, fingertips towards the sky. Seeing where you can either lengthen your warrior 2, maybe bend into the front leg a little more, whatever honors your body. Inhale here, spinning, ground the back foot, opening up into warrior 2. Nice. So we're in warrior 2 legs again, and then this side funky position here with the strap. Breaking the strap apart, keeping the strap where it is. Inhale your knee to straight. Exhale to warrior 2. Moves through here 4 or 5 times, thinking about grounding from the outer edge of the back foot and seeing if we can have a nice long line. Make sure the knee isn't jutting in or jutting way to the left. Now find some stillness in warrior 2. Check in with that left outer hip. Activate the outer hip. Have the strength here from within. Inhale, lift the sides of the waist. Exhale, tip, tip, tip to the left. Opening up, holding the side angle with the funky arms. Breathing here, using the grounding of the feet, the activation of the outer hip, navel to spine. Lots of things are working here. 1 more breath here. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, reverse warrior. Holding and breathing here. Opening up the side body, all the way up the left side body, up the armpit. Nice. Inhale, arms back to center. Exhale, straighten the front leg. Take a nice inhale here, lengthening the sides of the waist. Exhale, hinge forward, tipping over to the left, any amount that feels good. Staying here, driving the strap apart, reaching with the fingers, relaxing the head and neck. If it feels good, you might look under the top armpit and you might roll your ribs, your top ribs open a little more. Beautiful. Holding and breathing. On the next exhale, grounding through the feet, slowly coming back to rise. Release the hands down. Bring the hands to the hips. Bring both feet facing the long edges of the mat and step or hop together. Nice. Beautiful job. Take your strap, and if you have a strap, you can just slide the loop so it's one big long line again. And if you've tied your other prop, this is where you're going to untie it. And bring the strap in half and take the middle of the strap and bring it around right to the lower end of your shoulder blades. If you have a strap, be mindful of the little buckle. Slowly bring one strap over and then the other. And then once you have them over, you're going to find the tails and you're just going to crisscross them. So you're making a little crisscross in your back. And you'll notice if you pull down on your left hand, you're going to feel it on the right shoulder. If you tug down on the right, you're going to feel it on the opposite. First, let's look at the feet. Let's bring the feet about hip width apart. Ground through all 4 points of the feet. Nice and get rooted. Relax the tailbone, navel to spine, heart lifts. Take a nice inhale here and drag those straps down as far as you can. Just drag it down. Have the chin nice and neutral. And close the eyes and breathe here. See if you can send all the breath down to the belly. Nice, soft inhales and exhales. Pretend someone has a little string coming through the top of the head and they're gently ever so lengthening you a little bit more. It's almost like you're a little tube of toothpaste and we're squeezing the sides and you're lengthening up just a little bit more as you're dragging the strap down. So we're going up and down at the same time. Now very gently release your hands from the strap and bring the elbows to the outside of your waist. Slowly bring your hands together. And we can still feel, hopefully, that strong posture that the strap just illuminated. And just take a moment to breathe in all that you've done. And as I give you a little intel on your tech neck, just so you know, our head weighs about 10 to 12 pounds if it's in neutral position, which is ears over shoulders. Every inch we tilt the head forward, that doubles the pressure on the spine. So if you're at a 45 degrees, which is the typical texting position, that's about 45 pounds on your vertebrae. And so there's many reasons why to have beautiful, strong posture, but this is one I think we would all relate to. It's amazing. Gently open the eyes, release the hands down, and release the strap. Can you feel the difference in the posture? Mm-hmm. So see if you can maintain that feeling of length and pick up one of the blocks. And this is just for fun. If you have a block, if not, you can use a shoe box. But you can, once you stand strong in Tadasana, grounding through the feet, bring the block to the head and see if you can place it on the head and see if it's a little easier to balance. And just keep that nice tall spine and posture that we received from today's workout. You can stay exactly where you are, Or if you want to challenge yourself a little more, you can bend into the left foot and gently lift the right knee up to waist height. And this is any amount. Maybe you bring it out to the side, maybe you don't. Maybe you bring it back in. Just gotta play and gently release and try the other side. Each side's gonna feel a little different. One might be very easy, one not. And just see how you feel as you move through the movements. Beautiful. Other alternatives is to walk around your room, just kind of see where you're at in terms of working through. Nice. Good job, girl. All right. Now we're going to move down, settling in, and just giving ourselves a little breather before we close it down. Make your way down to the mat any way you like. And if you have a blanket, I would roll it up now in a nice roll. We're not going to use it yet, but just have it handy. You might use your blocks for this one here. We're going to slowly move down to the back. Bring our legs into Supta Baddha Konasana legs, bound angle. If you're used to having blocks or any type of prop under your knees or thighs to support, this is a beautiful time to do it. So a nice supported pose. Today we're going to bring the hands to either goalpost arms or sometimes we say cactus arms, 90-degree angle. And just relax and relish in all the opening we've done today. And see if you can bring the attention back to the gratitude that you had for whatever beautiful person you were thinking of. Pull in all your senses, their beautiful face, their sounds, what they've said to you, where you were, and most importantly, how it made you feel. You might draw some colors in there that represent this person or the feelings that you feel when you're with them or think about them. Maybe they're still on this earth, maybe they're not. And just think about the impact they've had on your life. Now we're going to move to an amphitheater. Big, huge movie. They're showing a big movie, and you're the star of the show. Well, actually, it's not you, it's all the people in your life that you have gratitude for. So, in addition to this one person you picked, everybody from when you were a toddler to the age you are now, maybe somebody you met once, maybe it's a pet that you were ever so grateful for that has changed your life. And once again, a lot of times we meet strangers along the way in our life, and they say something to us that we just never forget because it's changed part of who we are. So you're in this amphitheater, breathing into the belly, inhaling and exhaling. Every time you exhale, the movie moves a little bit further, and different people of your life are showing up. Continue to breathe here as you watched the beautiful show of gratitude of everyone that's come into your life thus far. Slowly, the movie's coming to an end. Maybe you're coming into the picture yourself and giving everyone some hugs. And slowly bring your hands down to the outside of the knees and close the knees like a book. Remove any props that you have and bring your legs long. Inhale the right knee into the chest for a nice hug. Bring the right arm out to the side, and on your exhale, gently bring your leg and knee over your body any amount. Just kind of give it a little rinse and breathe into your gentle twist. You can look in the opposite direction or have the eyes closed, looking straight up. Inhale back to center. Exhale, release the leg long. Inhale the left leg into the chest and pause. Left arm out to the side. On the exhale, gently bring your leg and knee over any amount. Inhale back to center. Gently release. If you have a roll, take the roll and bring it all the way up. We're going to work it place it where your hamstring meets your glutes. So bring it way, way high. You're going to take one leg and bring it way out to the side of the mat and place it down. Not that far, maybe a little outside of where the mat is. Beautiful. And then do the same with the other leg. So your legs are in a nice V that's comfortable for you. And then bring both arms out in a V, whatever shape V you want. It could be kind of skinny, it could be wide. But we want to rest in Shavasana in this nice supported fish pose. Close the eyes, release the jaw, relax the mind, and see if we can lie motionless for the next 60 seconds. Ever so slowly, move a finger or toe. Maybe slowly move your head from side to side, slow motion. Maybe you reach the arms directly over the head, feet pointed in one direction, legs in the other for a nice full body stretch. In your own time, inhale one knee and then the other into the chest. Give yourself a nice hug. And then with the knees in, gently roll over to the side of your choice. And seeing if we can press the top hand into the earth, slowly coming up to a comfortable seat. Having your head come up last. With your eyes closed, bring your left hand to your heart and your right hand on top. And just let's take a moment to thank yourself. Thank yourself for coming on the mat today. Just exploring and playing, trying new things, breathing into beautiful thoughts, and most importantly, giving yourself the self-care that you need. Bring both of your hands together at heart center. And I'd like to offer, if you're willing to take time to just send some love and light to all those that have been affected by this tragedy just far. Whether you know them or not, I think the power of intention is very strong. And continue to send your love and kindness out into the world because I believe we just need it more than ever right now. It was truly an honor to guide you. Thank you. Namaste.